Yo, Chicago Bulls fans, y'all know who it is. The Kognac Boys. I'm Kognac Boy Bobby, and I'm with my dog C-Dub. We're going to go ahead and evaluate this season, my guy. We're going to see what changes we want to see. And then we're going to talk about these coaches. And I heard you got a pending question, my guy.
Yeah,
we finna get it cracking, my guy. On the real.
Kognac. Gang.
Alright, C-Dub, so y'all already know last night the Chicago Bulls, man, they ain't had much, but man, we lost in 5 to the Milwaukee Bucks. Our season ended in the playoffs. It's been a long time since we heard playoffs. Yeah. But man, there's a lot of things that we like and some things that we didn't like. So just go ahead and kick it off for the people, man. Grade the entire season for the Chicago Bulls.
Everybody know the story of the Chicago Bulls, the 2021-2022 Chicago Bulls. It started off helter-skelter, like they was off and running, dude. They actually got out to like a 39-21 record, 18 games above 500. They was in first place for, it seems like, the first quarter part of the season, almost to the All-Star game. Then here come COVID, and COVID just devastated us, dude. We were just cruising along. Then here come COVID, just knocked out all the heavy hitters. Got Zach out on COVID. DeMar got COVID. Everybody got COVID. I think the Lonzo Ball was absolutely terrific in the beginning of this season, and it wasn't really like a numbers thing. It was more like a basketball genius thing. He can pass the ball. He can hit. He shot 40-some% from 3. He can shoot that 3. He got all the people in their right spots. You didn't see DeMar DeRozan just holding the ball for a full possession. The grade would have been better with Alonzo Ball, but we'll get to that a little bit later.
Nigga, what's the grade?
Hold on. Damn, let me spit my shit, boy. Damn.
What's the damn grade?
And then we get to the second half. Don't man my nephew. And then we get to the second half of the season. And then it all fell apart, dude. We couldn't coach. We couldn't guard a school bus. We couldn't hit a basket. But we made the playoffs, though, y'all. All the way to the 6th seed. So with me, I'm gonna be tough. I think this is a tough grade. I'm gonna give him a B, straight B. That's a tough grade, considering we ain't been in the playoffs since 2017. Considering this team has been better every year since Billy Donovan been there coaching. I want to give him the B, but it's bittersweet because it could have been a way better grade. But I'm gonna go with B.
I'm gonna go with a C+ on this one, ladies and gentlemen. With the start of the season, man, we had some good damn times. My guy DeMar DeRozan hit back-to-back game winners, had me running through my house like a chicken with his head cut off on one night. Then I came back the next day on a Sunday evening / afternoon. My God, I told my wife, I said, babe, this man finna hit another one. Hey, I told my son, hey, Braylo, look at this boy. He finna go ahead and knock it in. Next thing you know, pump fake. You feel me? And then, man, we had some good wins against the Brooklyn Nets. And the Brooklyn Nets, that's when they had James Harden now. And then, you know what I'm saying? We had some good wins to be proud of, some good continuity, some good defense, some good transition, some good offense. And then All-Star hit. My boy Lonzo Ball went out. Patrick Williams still went there, but he was expecting to come back. We was expecting Lonzo Ball to come back. Then we got unfortunate news. And then we couldn't beat none of the top teams. And then we just kept getting blowed out. And then, it was just nerve-wracking. It was nerve-wracking. It was a sad thing to see because we went from first to possibly in the play-in. But good job on the Bulls for preventing the play-in. And then we went into the 6th seed. And then we saw the Milwaukee Bucks. Game 1, very competitive. Game 2, yes, sir. And then next thing you know, game 3 and 4, they let Grayson Allen, real stupid, goofy ass, go off. And then y'all already know my boy Alex Caruso got a motherfucking concussion. And then Zach LaVine went out with the cooties. So, all that being said, man, C+ from Kognac Boy Bobby. Y'all already know, man. It is what it is. But overall, I'm satisfied. You couldn't ask for nothing greater. These people said DeMar DeRozan was the worst free agent signing. They ate those words. Tim Bontemps, or whatever the hell his difficult name is, told us that the Bulls was going to either be in a play-in or out the playoffs. None of that happened. Bulls exceeded all expectations set by them. We got overhyped early in the beginning of the season. I admit we did. We like, man, this team could be what the Atlanta Hawks was last year. I said that. I hold myself accountable. It is what it is. We got our ass sent home by the defending champs. It is what it is.
Oh, this man, he grades so tough, dude. Y'all don't want to go to nephew class.
C+.
C+, that's a tough grade. That's tough.
Did you not see the second half of the season?
It was awful. It was awful, but they made the playoffs, man. You got to give Got to give them extra credit for that, bro.
You expect me to give them a B-?
Man, they could at least got a B-. You went C. That's like
C+.
Average.
It was a above average damn thing. Good thing on the goddamn good thing for the Chicago Bulls. This is the step to something greater. The first step was to make the playoffs. They made that. The next step was to win the playoff game. Now the next step is to win a series. They didn't win the series. They won a game, which is good. C+.
I'm ditching nephew class. If he ever talk, I'm ditching.
And then I'm going to hunt your ass down. It is what it is, my guy. I'm not even going to play with you. It is what it is.
Okay.
Tell you.
C+.
But with that being said, with the C+ given out by Kognac Boy Bobby, with the B given out by C-Dub,
yes,
y'all decide on what the damn season was. Let us know. And while you doing that, like and subscribe to the channel, then share with your mamas. Boom. Now, C-Dub, what changes would you like to see for the next season? What changes would you like to see amongst the players?
Oh man, well, it's obvious we need a big, athletic center power forward type player that can play some defense out there, that can move their feet. That's number one. Maybe he can come off the bench for Vooch. Tristan Thompson he ain't the answer.
Nope.
We also need some shooting on the wing. I'm talking small forward, shooting guard either. Coming off the bench, you know, Patrick Williams was fantastic at the end there in the playoffs and in them final couple games. But I think we need a couple more shooters on this team with that strict skill. 3-and-D. We need two 3-and-D players, and the Bulls will be pretty set. Also, we'll get another good ball handler on this team too. Unless my boy Ayo Dosunmu can get it together. We need one more ball handler.
I think the Chicago Bulls would be pretty set with the ball handler. I think Ayo has that potential. I just think Ayo needs to grow his game a little bit, but he is a rookie, which I would expect him to go out and improve his game. He will improve the three-point shot. He needs to take more three-point shots. Absolutely. He did good with filling in that starting role, and that's definitely a positive for his growth, simply because when Lonzo Ball went out and he was starting and there was no Alex Caruso, he had it going with the pick and roll. He had some nights where he was very aggressive, other nights where he was not so aggressive. Changes I want to see, first and foremost, just like you said, athletic big. Whether you get rid of Vooch or keep him here, we need a big that can slide their feet and even get some lob opportunities, and if possible, at least stretch the damn floor a little bit with a nice little mid-range or hit a occasional three, whatever. You just don't want another Tristan Thompson that who only can go in, get your big rebounds, and then yell at young players. Come on, bro. Nah, you a new guy to the team? Nah, bro. I don't give a damn how long you been a vet. You don't come over here thinking you finna do none of that.
You see how Ayo was looking at that fool. You see how Ayo
like, bro, I'm from Morgan Park. I'll beat your
I'll beat your ass, boy.
On the real. But other than that, man, definitely going with what you said. Definitely some 3-and-D guys, because with DeRozan being just a mid-range player, we seen time and time again to where he can facilitate. He could definitely continue to facilitate, which he picked up when he was in his days in San Antonio. But he need to be passing out to 3 guys that's gonna shoot the damn 3.
And I'm scared to shoot that motherfucker.
You can't be scared. As much as I love some people on this team, it might be a lot of people that might be gone.
Man, Joe. Hey, nephew, I got a question for you though.
I'm here.
Hey, let's just say we got to get rid of some players here. What player or players will you be willing to part with from this team to make us a better team for next year?
You're gonna have to, AK and Eversley, they're gonna have a tough job, and that's just real talk. They're gonna have to do what they gotta do, and that just is what it is. But the answer is, without going too long before I get yelled at, because I yelled at your ass.
You know it's loaded up.
Kobe White's on the chopping block. Javonte Green's on the chopping block. Vooch is on the chopping block. Derrick Jones Jr. is on the chopping block. Those are the players that are up for trade.
No, that ain't the question though.
Trade.
I said, who you feel that we need to get rid of to make this team a better team for next season?
It's gonna be either one of the 4 or all of the 4.
Oh, damn!
And that's just real.
You ain't feeling Javonte Green?
I love him, but he has no offensive punch. He has no offensive punch, bro. He's the energy guy. You love his energy, but man, we need more of the energy when it comes to these playoffs, as we just proved it. They had some dude in Boston named Pritchard going crazy on Brooklyn Nets.
No, but he been a scorer.
They let Grayson Allen go for 27.
They did.
You need somebody that you can insert with more than just defense. You need defense, obviously, but you need somebody that can get you a bucket or at least hit a damn corner 3. And these guys wasn't shooting corner 3s.
Yeah.
What that boy say? Chopper style, choppers out.
I think Javonte Green is he excelled when Lonzo Ball was on his team. I think he's more
in transition.
He's a transition player, absolutely. I would hate to see Javonte Green go, but I wouldn't be mad. I wouldn't be too mad.
I would hate to see him go, but you already know transition points are very limited in the playoffs, as we can see. And
I'm gonna surprise you with this too. I would hate to see Vooch go too. I would hate to see Nick Vooch go. I think he learned a lot this playoffs. He proved to me a little bit a lot. He showed he got a little bit of aggressiveness in him. He tried.
At least a little bit, but I'm going to tell you one thing, though. The reason that DeMar DeRozan is here is because of Vooch. I don't think they're going to break that up.
Okay.
I think they're just going to get him some help.
Yeah, they
put it to you like that.
Get them 3-and-D players in here.
I put it to you like that. But, man, jump on to these coaches. So, there was some questions. There was some good games, and there was some very questionable games by our head coach and his coaching staff. There were times like, dude, make a damn adjustment. He made the adjustment in some games. He didn't make the adjustment in other games.
Yeah.
What do you want to see next year from these coaches? I mean, what have you seen this year? And what do you want to see next year from these coaches so they can continue to improve this team?
Oh, first off, before I answer, I want you to I got to ask you a quick question, real quick answer. What would you give Billy Donovan a grade for his season of coaching?
B-.
B-, that's pretty good. I thought that would be exceptionally lower. Billy D, your coaching style is sort of frustrating. The way I critique it is more of a college type coach. It's run like the same type of offense. I think you need to be more dynamic in your coaching. I think you need to put your players in better positions to excel or let the team excel. Like Patrick Williams should have had plays drawn up for him. I think you should have had Vooch away from that 3-point line more often. I think you got to get Zach on the off season. You got to get him into a post game. He got to get that worked out. He don't know. It's too hard for him to find a shot. He got to find him a post game. So you got a lot of work to do for next season. This season, I think I'm gonna have to go with nephew on this with a B minus. Matter of fact. I'm gonna have to give you a C, just a C.
What?
I'm just gonna give him a C because I'm gonna gotta keep it 100 because.
But I'm the.
It was a lot of teams like it was a lot of games like I think he lost us like 6 to 7 games this season by just his coaching style. Like he didn't make any adjustments in the game. He lost at least 6 to 7 games this season. What he can do in the future, like I said, put the players in better position to succeed. Let's not have Kobe White if he's on this team. Don't have Kobe White bringing the ball up if you can see that he's having trouble handling the ball with pressure. Let's have Patrick Williams come in, run some plays for Patrick Williams. Let's run some plays for Vooch in the post. Let's tell Nick Vooch not to pop. Tell him to roll to the rim. Let's get some more motion on the offense. Let's get some people free, man. We need people run one little motion in the offense now, and then they just go stand in one spot for the rest of the shot clock. He could get better. He did a good job. C is good.
He rode the back of DeMar DeRozan, bro.
He did. He definitely.
You could just tell, but simply put, like he rode the back of DeMar DeRozan, and the team did too. There were times to where DeMar DeRozan was getting doubled and triple teamed. He had passed the ball to Zach LaVine, and then somebody had screened for DeMar open, and Zach LaVine passing it back instead of being aggressive and going to shoot the damn ball. I don't think that's a coaching thing right there. I think that's a player thing right there. But there is on the coaching thing to where you like, bruh, why the hell is Vooch hanging out on the three-point line so much? And he has a decent skill inside the paint. He's not terrible.
No, not at all.
So he needs to come. So he need to come on with it and do his damn thing. And that, like, when it's time to go, he need to go. But you know what I'm saying? Like, but I also think it was a personnel thing too. Like I mentioned before in the previous show, who on the Chicago Bulls bench was a bona fide scorer or a bona fide three-point shooter? Nobody. You can't name him.
Yeah, that's funny because Kobe White was supposed to be both of those.
He was supposed to be that, but he wasn't. He was inconsistent and don't get me wrong, I think that he had some good moments within the playoffs, but overall, you still wasn't good enough. Definitely. You know what I'm saying? And then I'm not expecting him to do it all by himself, but that's just one thing that the Bulls need to retool, because a lot of people was like, drive. Why the Bulls not driving? Bro, you're not driving in the paint with 3 trees right there. You either gonna get a charge, get your shot blocked. I mean, there is a possibility for a foul, but if you going in to initiate contact for a big ass 6'10" or above player sitting in the paint, you ain't getting no calls, especially not in the playoffs. It ain't happening. So, and it was, because I feel like bro had the knowledge to be like, all right, DeMar, you got to facilitate this game. Facilitate. And then players just wasn't hitting the damn threes. I mean, the last game of the season of the playoffs was 52, or was it 51? 51 and 52 3-point attempts. Never would have expected it. That's just me. Never would have expected it. But what else can you do when the paint is so clogged? You ain't doing much.
Run them to death. That's what they should have did. Fast breaks, transitions. They should have been running.
They definitely should have been pushing pace. And that's a lot of, I get Billy to fault on that. Push the damn ball. Mm-hmm. Push the ball. You got young athletic guys. That's when Javonte Green could have been more effective. Sumo. You know what I'm saying? Kobe White, young Patrick Williams. You got young players. Your oldest players is DeMar and Vooch. Yeah. The rest of the team, when either Vooch went out and you brought Derrick Jones Jr. in, that's when that was your opportunity to run. Because then the oldest person on the court at that point is DeMar DeRozan. But that's it's old news. It's too late now. It's too late. So go ahead, man. Final thoughts, bro.
Final thoughts. I want to say I appreciate the Chicago Bulls for their effort this year. It didn't turn out like we thought we would, but we got a promising future, and I'm eager to see it next year, baby. Let's go. You know the Cognac Boys gonna be there, and we gonna be retooled, and we got something new for y'all coming up. I ain't saying nothing, but it's new. But y'all stay in tune.
Bro, first and foremost, hey, appreciate y'all for rocking with us during this season. We still ain't going no damn well for the off season. We about to turn up still for the off season, looking at draft prospects, evaluating players, seeing what we can do to get better for this team and keeping the Bulls Nation alive. Before I go, I gotta give a shout out to all our guests for the season. If I'm forgetting somebody, first and foremost, I apologize. But a shout out to our very first guest, Queasy. Thanks, my boy. Take care of yourself. Shout out to Hayes. Shout out to Mike B. Shout out to TC. TZL, you bet not duck it again. I'm not playing. You bet not duck it again. Shout out to Windy City Digits. Shout out to my son for knowing the damn intro to the show. Shout out to my partner, my business partner, my uncle. C-Dub is busting. And if I forgot anybody, my boy Kev, I can't forget you, dog. You've been on this show more than anybody.
And CJ Scott, shout him out.
CJ Scott, I appreciate you too. And my cousin, Nay. You was the only female on here handling it down.
The rest of them was scared.
We love y'all. We had a lot of people talking that mess on Facebook, but when we said come on the show to speak your piece, y'all was scared. And before I go, Mr. 52 Bets, Tracy, thanks, my boy.
Yes, Sirski. Oh, and my little man, Lil George. Definitely, Lil George.
Yes, sir. We can't forget. Shout out all the gang, the guests, man. Thanks for rocking with Cognac gang. Listen, Cognac. We gonna see y'all real soon.
Cognac. Gang.